What is the biggest myth about pricing a home in the selling process? I'll tell you soon, but first, why is it important to price correctly from the beginning? Number one, you want to attract the right buyers. So when a home is priced correctly right from the start, it is more likely to attract potential buyers who are looking in that price range, right? So overpriced homes can deter the serious buyers as they may consider it out of their budget or not worth the asking price. You don't want to scare them away. So conversely, a home priced too low can attract bargain hunters or those who might not appreciate its true value. But I don't know of too many agents or sellers that have priced too low. But anyway, so correct pricing ensures that the right set of eyes are viewing your property, leading to more genuine and basically qualified inquiries, right? Number two, you want to maximize the initial interest, right? Newly listed homes often receive the most attention in the first couple of weeks on the market. So the initial surge of interest is a prime opportunity for you as a seller, as the freshness of the listing can create a sense of urgency among buyers, right? So if the home is priced too high, this golden window of opportunity can be squandered, right? And potential buyers might just skip right over it in favor of more reasonably priced alternatives, aka your competition, right? So by the time the seller adjusts the price, the initial buzz could have faded, making it harder to generate interest in the home. Number three would be you want to avoid stale listings. So homes that sit on the market for extended period of times can be perceived as undesirable or flawed. And yes, buyers can see how long a home has been on the market. So if a home is overpriced and doesn't sell quickly, potential buyers might wonder why it hasn't been snapped up, and they become suspicious of an underlying issue, right? So as the listing becomes stale, sellers may feel pressured to reduce the price below its true market value to encourage a sale, right? You start high and you keep reducing it. This can result in a huge financial loss, and what might have been achieved with an accurate initial price would have been much better. All right, accurate appraisals. So lenders rely on home appraisals to determine how much they're willing to lend a potential buyer. So if a home is under contract for a certain price, significantly higher than the appraised value, then everyone loses, right? The financing can fall through, and overpricing can lead to discrepancies between the selling price and the appraised value, right? Jeopardizing potential sales. So by pricing the home correctly, sellers can help ensure smoother transactions and avoid disappointments of deals that don't finalize due to the financing issues. That is, if someone is getting a mortgage on the property. If it is cash, they're not required to get an appraisal. So you want to optimize your negotiation potential, right? A well-priced home can lead to multiple offers or a bidding war, especially in the seller's market. So this puts a seller in a strong negotiation position, potentially leading to a sales price at or even above the asking price, which is what we've seen a lot of lately, right? On the other hand, an overpriced home can result in a lowball offer or extended negotiation periods, causing stress and uncertainty for the seller. So proper pricing sets the stage for favorable negotiations, potentially maximizing the seller's profit, right? So here it is. Here's the myth that I want to tell you about. So the biggest myth about pricing a home is a belief that it's better to start with a significantly higher asking price than what the market suggests, because you can always come down later, right? That's what I hear a lot of people say. Well, there are several reasons why this myth is misleading, all right? And here's a couple of them. So you lost the initial interest, right? As previously mentioned, the homes receive the most attention during their initial listing period. So that's what happens. So if you start with an inflated price, it can deter potential buyers from even considering it or viewing the property, thus wasting your initial surge of interest, because right in the beginning, you're going to get the most showings, the most interest in the first 2 weeks. Here we go, the stigmatization of sale listings. So if it doesn't sell quickly, it becomes a sale listing, like I said before. Prospective buyers might wonder why it hadn't sold yet, and there you go, right? So you're too high, you sat on the market, there you go. Basically, it is not a good thing to do. And I know a lot of sellers out there that really give us a lot of pushback, or me in particular, for this. But I want to tell you, if you price your home correctly, right in the beginning, And even if you want to price it just a little bit less than the market value, you will definitely bring in more opportunity for yourself. You will definitely bring in an increased activity on your home and offers. And let me tell you, you can always say no to an offer. Nobody says you have to sign and accept an offer, but you can't even do that unless you receive an offer, right? So my job, or a job of a trusted real estate agent, would be to bring sellers offers, correct? So you want to bring an offer to a seller, and they can always negotiate the offer. So you can't get an offer if you're priced way too high. So believe me, I've been doing this a long time. I know. I've had both ends of the spectrum, right? And we've had houses that sell super quickly, and we have others where they decide not to price correctly, and it takes a while to sell it. But anyway, while it is tempting to believe starting high gives you room for negotiation, like I said, you can backfire, all right? You don't want to have a longer listing. You don't want to result ultimately in the price of your home being sold for lower. You want to be realistic, right? I know we're all emotionally attached to our homes, but you have to try to look at it from a non-emotional standpoint, right? So like I said, it's important to work with your trusted agent, someone you trust, to come up with a price by reviewing what's sold in the past, what's pending, and what is currently for sale. So I'm going to throw in a freebie, so click in the description below for a link to my free ebook. This is what I'm talking about, 10 tips for home sellers. Subtitle, how not to screw up your sale and successfully get to the closing table, right? Who is this by? This is by Carol Pro Murray, available on Amazon and other places that sell stuff like this. But you can get it here free if you click on the link. I'll send you a downloaded PDF. But I want to read something really quick, just a little sampling here, why it has something to do with all these pricing things that I've been talking about. Chapter 6, bigger, better offers. Act fast on offers. Don't sit on them for days. You'll risk buyers feeling unimportant and walking away from a potential sale. Counter the offer if you're not happy with it, but don't let your ego get in the way. Countering can help bridge a gap to reach a win-win situation and to make sure to negotiate at least within reason and give buyers something they're willing to work with. But be warned, don't hold an offer waiting for a better one. It may never come, right? The best bet is, if you're not happy with the offer, counter it. That way there's still hope of coming to an agreement that both sides will be content with. At this point, communication and openness are key. So, in summary, you want to bring more buyers, price your home correctly. That's what I'm talking about.